Okay, April 16th, 2010, MOT, I'm in California. And a lot of things have happened since I've arrived in California. I was waking up this morning in the Sacramento area, and I turned on my iPhone, and I noticed red on the stocks. And so I thought, well, I better turn on CNBC and see what's happening. And so, very interesting stuff with Goldman Sachs. Further fallout from the horrifying lending that took place at the beginning of the first decade of this millennium. So, the ramifications continue, and those of you who've been watching Manoftruth for two and a half years, you know that. In fact, I shot a video not too far from here in Stockton and said, this is not going to continue, and it's going to spread throughout the United States and the world, which, of course, it has. Now, this Goldman Sachs thing, you got to put this in context of the whole enchilada, as they would say. But with the federal government coming out with an accusation, an indictment of Goldman Sachs, that's a huge deal. And I remember one of my videos, Bear Stearns, when Bear Stearns was like $130 a share, and they lost $1 billion. I just said, I made a big deal. I said, $1 billion gone? And then Bear Stearns subsequently went down to $2 a share. Of course, I don't know exactly what's going to happen with Goldman Sachs, but when $1 billion is gone, and the government is saying there's fraud involved in this, and you can watch the financial stations for how it happened, but basically, from what I understand so far, is Goldman Sachs packaged a portfolio of $1 billion in CDOs, collateralized debt obligations, which they seem to know were bad, and then they shorted the market and made money on the options, and so Goldman Sachs made $1 billion, and investors lost at least $1 billion. That's what I know so far. Serious stuff. Stock market was down. I think it will continue to go down. And in the financial markets, people that are experienced in the financial markets usually know that once there's some bad news, subsequently more bad news will follow. So I think the market will continue to go down. I think the government's going to go after Goldman Sachs like a tiger. And I think the government will prevail in this thing. That's my estimation at this point in time. So I noticed the Dow was down 125, gold down 22, stocks were down across the board, and this fallout will continue. I've been thinking and feeling that the market was kind of top-heavy and going to fall, but this just shows we're going to have this second wave of the foreclosure crisis. And what does all this lead to? It leads to the worldwide regulation. That's what's coming. So this will just precipitate it even faster. It'll be the reason, and we'll see worldwide financial regulation with a second massive piece of the financial crisis. Another thing I noticed today with this Icelandic volcano, kind of very interesting. I just been traveling and busy, but I guess it happened a couple days ago. They've canceled 20,000 flights into Europe. And I just noticed on Bloomberg that this might last for months, the disruption in flights in Europe. So that's a big deal. It's costing the airlines, once again from what I read, $200 million a day. So watch the financial ramifications of this volcano. Offhand, shorting hotels, shorting airlines, things that have to do with airlines being shut down and tourism to Europe. It's kind of a natural thing to think about right now. So I'm going to watch the financial ramifications of that. The skies are clear here in beautiful California, but I wouldn't be surprised if this volcanic ash went all over the world. So I'm going to be on that one too, and I suggest all my subscribers tune into that one really quick. Once again, last day's ramifications. So tons of stuff's happening in California. So I'm going to get the feel, the vibe here in California. Stream, it's beautiful right now. The financial mess continues in California, and so since I'm here, I will dig into it, read the Sacramento Bee, try to get over to the capital. I'm headed to San Francisco, and we'll probably be in Whole Foods in San Francisco. I think it's on California Street, looking like Wednesday night at 7:30. So, Whole Foods, Wednesday night, San Francisco, and Whole Foods San Francisco on California Avenue. Okay? Well, rock on, everybody. That's the deal. Ciao.